Well, hey everybody, it's Paul. Welcome again to the channel. What a crazy day it's been today. But I thought I would come here and just kind of wind down low, have a little chat. That always relaxes me. So, without any further ado, let's start right off by lighting the candle. Here's today's, I'm not sponsored by them, but here's today's. I'm telling you, this is awesome fragrance. Today's candle is Cherries on Snow. And it's got quite a bit of a Christmassy smell, or maybe. But it says Cherries on Snow. I was thinking, they've got in different parts of the country, they've got those cherry blossoms blooming already. So why not bring a little bit of spring indoors here, even though in Michigan the furnace is running nonstop and there's not a bloom to be seen anywhere. But this smells great, so let's get it going. If I think of it, I'll put this down in my Amazon links if they have it. I probably should have trimmed that wick a little. It's a little long. That's okay though. There we are. Maybe you get a little bit closer here. How about that? Well, I hope everybody's doing good. I'm doing okay. These are trying times. It is stressful. I'm not going to rehash all the nonsense going on in the world because there's always going to be nonsense in the world. But we have to cope with it. And the one thing I like to do is come on here and make a little video, talk to you all. And I just hope and pray that you guys get something out of it, because I know I do. And I don't know if it's venting or just a mindfulness kind of thing, but doing these videos really helps me a lot. And if it can help just one or two other people out there, I'm very happy with that. It's just nice to know that whatever life throws at us, at the end of the day, at least we can come and communicate, maybe just say a few words, spend a few minutes together, talk about something pleasant, not stressful, just to relax and unwind. So my day was not bad at all. I needed to drive my daughter's boyfriend and Ben and daughter to go pick up a car that's about an hour away. And also there was a desk that was for sale that was on Craigslist that was in that area. The area, it was in Dearborn. And that's the area I was born and raised. I was born and raised in Elm Park. And so while we were there, we got all of our stuff done. But for the longest time, I'd been telling my daughter's boyfriend's name is Ryan. I'd been telling Ryan about a great pizza place that was going ever since I was a kid. Ever since I was a kid. In Elm Park, and they always made their pizzas the same. And I had a favorite one that had quite a bit of everything on it, and it was called the Armada Pizza. And I swear it was inexpensive. It was big, and I can smell it right now. For $16, it was like humongous. And I swear it would weigh like 20 pounds because it not only did you hit the dough and the sauce, but they had a little bit of everything on it. I mean, I kind of like that. All the flavors come together. I know not everybody likes that, but I like my green pepper, my pepperoni. And the one thing that they did there that most people don't, but I like, is they put on ground round. Oh, boy, that hits the spot. But, no anchovies, nothing crazy, but all of the good mushrooms, green pepper, all your normal items on there. And it would just be divine, just the smell and that taste of it. So for months since Thanksgiving, I'd been telling Ryan that one day we'll have to go down there and I will show him what a Sylvia's Sub Shop Pizza, the Armada, really is like. So we were there today and we were going to head over there. And I finally got to meet Ryan's brother. And I said, we were going over to get a pizza. He said, that name sounds familiar. I'm like, I don't think so. It's just a tiny little sub shop in Allen Park. He's like, no, that seems to ring a bell. He's like, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I'm like, oh no, what could this possibly be? So he's like, let me look before I say. So he gets his phone out and, he's like, oh yeah, sure enough, I knew it rang a bell. He's like, they closed their doors like 2 weeks ago finally they closed it. 51 years they had been in business and we missed it by 2 weeks. What's the chance of that? But that was the neatest thing because, so often in life, things that we like, they tend to change. It's like when something's good, why does it always have to change? It seems that way though, doesn't it? And that's how this place, they kept the pizza the same from when I was little till the last time I had it about a year ago. And I saluted them for that. I liked it when I was little and I liked it when it was big. And it was so good. But I was just so sad in a way to know that this thing, that was, one of those things you just count on being there, but it was going to go away. But that kind of spoke to me that we need to enjoy things in the now. We need to make the best of today because if you think about it, yesterday's gone. We can't go back and change and do anything there. Tomorrow is just a promise, maybe. I mean, we cannot be sure of it. Tomorrow may come or it may not. Who knows? But we have today, so we need to make the most of today. Enjoy what we can. And I'm not saying act foolishly, but I kind of wish I had gone to get the pizza 2 weeks before. Now it's too late. But those things happen. You go on. So I just thought that was so funny. But they knew a place that was close by, and we opted to go there. It's called the Ford Garage. And because in Dearborn, everything is kind of like centered around Ford Motor. That's where their headquarters are, and so many Ford buildings and workers work there. So we went to this place, and I'm going to put in I took a few photos. I hadn't even planned. I didn't take my big camera. I hadn't planned on doing anything. And we ended up there, And it was really good, and it was really cool to see all the old Ford cars. And inside they have a Ford car that's up on jacks, like a hoist, and it's got the headlights on, and so it beeps the horn, and the engine starts and such, and it's really cool. But everything, everywhere you look, is Ford themed type of things, pictures or sayings or car parts. They have car engine, like old Model T, Model A engines, whatnot, all around in different parts. And so the whole thing is themed in Ford memorabilia type stuff, so to speak. And it was really nice. It was an unexpected surprise that turned out really well. So although we didn't get our pizza, we had a fine meal. And I'm telling you, I had a burger that was massive. And it had the bacon on it, and it was very yummy. And they have really good fries there. They have the seasoned fries, the thick, like steak kind of fries, that have a great seasoning on them, and it just went down so good, very enjoyable. And of course, it's nice when you can have some conversation and relax and talk about things. And I think that's what I like about doing the videos, is just for a moment of just talking and sharing and unwinding. And to me, it's just a nice way to relax. So I hope everybody's doing well. We had a few nice warm days where we got out and were able to walk around. And the lake has totally thawed. There's not a lick of ice or snow anywhere. But then it turned cold again, and last I looked, it was about 35. But we're hoping we come into some warmer weather, and we're talking possibly trying to put a kayak or two in for the weekend. I don't know if I'm going to put in a dock section because the water is still frigid, still ice cold. My old waders, they got so many holes in them that my leg just fills up with water, and it ends up being colder, I think, worse than anything, because you can't get out of it. Like if you're in the water and you get cold, you can pull your feet out of it while you're doing the dock or whatever, but you can't really get the waders off, so it's miserable. So I don't know if I may be too cheap to buy another pair of waders, so I may just wait a little while on the dock and see what happens. We may just go for a short little kayak around just to get them wet. It's been too many months. I can't talk about relaxation. There's something when you're out on the water. For me, I just always loved the water. And I love the sound of the water and the waves as they hit the shore and different things. And I love the feeling of the water when it's just gently, rocking you, back and forth. And it is so peaceful, especially in the evening when the sun is slipping down and everything starts to quiet down. And it's such a great time to be at the lake, and enjoy that. And talk about peacefulness, just a simple kayak, and in the evening a little paddle can really relax you. And I always enjoy doing those videos, and I look forward to doing more of those coming up soon. Well, I guess I've rambled on. This video's going to be a long one as usual, so I'll say thank you for everybody that stopped by, and those of you that are going to sleep, I hope that you have a good night, and until next time, we'll see yous.